Hello everyone. Today we shall look into average, AverageA and AverageX functions. Okay, with respect to average function, here are few points to remember. If the column contains text, no aggregation will be performed and the function results in blanks. Okay, and if the column contains logical values or empty cells, okay, or blank values, what it would give is it would be ignored. Okay, it will not be taken into account. If the value consists 0, if the column consists 0, then it will be counted. If the cell contains blank, as I told you, it will not be counted. Okay, if there are no rows to aggregate, then the function would return blank. If there are no rows to aggregate, the function would be blank. If at all, if it does not meet the criteria and it consists of rows, then function returns 0. Okay, Excel also returns 0 if it is not meeting the conditions. Another rule is this function is not supported for use in direct query mode when it is used in calculated columns or row level security rules. Okay, these are few function rules which has to be kept in mind. Okay, I'll give you an example. I'll show the sample data set. These are the categories which we have. Here I have 12 rows. In the sample price, you could see that in the fourth row I have 0 and in the last row I have blank. This is the status column with boolean values. This is a country, sample country values, and this is a listed price with no blank and no 0 values. Okay, I'll show you how each and every function works. How each and every function works. Here I have text card. Okay, I have made a measure which is simple measure called average of sample table sale price. Here for the sample table I have this sales price column. Okay, sale price column. The average is 23. Suppose that I'll show you this column. Here there are 12 rows. Okay, the total is 253 for this column, and since I have 12 rows, here one blank row is ignored. Okay, the zero row is considered, the row in which 0 present is considered, but the blank row is ignored. Total is 253 divided by 11 rows. Okay, the value is 23. That is the average sale price. Remember that average function will ignore blank rows. Okay, 0 will be counted. If you have replaced blank with 0, make sure that the average it does not come incorrect. So please be aware of it. I'll make the another measure in order to showcase you how my country or status column works with respect to average function. Okay, here I'm making the measure. I'll type average status equal to average sample table status. Okay, I'll click over here. I'll copy this text box. Okay, instead of sale price, let us see average status. You could see this is error. Let us click on the details. Here you could see that average function cannot work in type boolean. Okay, now remember that average does not handle boolean values. Similarly, I'll show you one more measure. Okay, I'll create one more measure and let us see whether it handles the string values or not. Okay, I'll type average country. Okay, here I'll type average country. I'll hit enter, and instead of status I'll change it to the average country. Okay, here you could see that again we are facing the error. I'll click on see details. Here you could see that the function average cannot work with values of type string. Okay, by this you could understand average function also does not handle string values. Remember that average will ignore blanks, will consider 0 values into account, and it cannot handle boolean and string values. These are the key things which you have to remember. I'll move on to the other function which is average A function. Okay, average A works all the same. Here I'll show you few examples. Okay, I'll quickly remove this. For average A function, there are few points to remember. It also handles non-numeric data types. such as logical values or boolean values. If it is true, it will count as 1. If it is false, it will count as 0. Which the values which consist of non-numeric text count, it consists as 0. Okay, if it is empty text, still it counts as 0. I'll show you how. Okay, I'll quickly go to measure table and click a measure, like create a new measure. First, let us see with the values. Okay, I'll type average A sale price equal to average A sale price, close the parenthesis, click OK. Okay, once you click OK, I'll quickly go to home, create a text card. Okay, here you could see that for average A, it is giving me the same value. Unlike Excel, here, average A is not considering the blank into account. Okay, so you could understand that it will handle the values similar to the average function with respect to numerical values. Let us see if it works the same in the status column or not. Okay, here I'll create again a measure. I'll type average A status equal to average A, and I'll type status column. Okay, I'll press tab, close the parenthesis and click enter. Okay, here I'll choose this average A status column. What you could see is 0.58. Okay, 0.58. I'll tell you how it is derived. Okay, here you could see that in the sample table, I'll show you. In the sample table, we have status true false conditions. I told you that for true condition it will give 1, and for false condition it will give 0. Here if I filter true condition, there are 7 rows. Okay, there are 7 rows out of 12 rows. 7 divided by 12, it is 0.58. That is the reason why we are getting the average value as 0.58. Okay, the average value is total divided by count. So the average is 0.58 because 7 rows are true and 12 rows, it is the total number of rows. Okay, I hope you have understood. Let us see for country column how this average A function is dealing with. Okay, I'll create new measure. I'll write average A country equal to average A. I'll open the parenthesis. Okay, I'll now take the country column into consideration. I'll click enter. Okay, I'll copy this text column. Instead of status, I'll take the average A country. Here you could see that for country column, which is text, since it is text, it will take the value as 0 and it will not count. Okay, but it will not, it also does not throw error, but it will handle it as 0. If at all you want to handle this boolean values and string values accordingly, you could consider this average A function. Okay, this is all about average A. I'll move on to the average X function. Okay, here there are few points to remember. Average X function follows the same rules as average. Okay, no rows to if there are no rows to aggregate, the function will return blank. Okay, if there are rows and but does not meet the specified criteria, the function returns 0. Similar to the average function, it is not supported in direct query mode in calculated columns or row security level. Okay, row level security rules. Okay, I'll quickly show you how average X function would help us. Since I have derived the average price, let us see we could whether we could derive the average sale price similarly using average X or not. Okay, I'm creating a new measure. Remember that average X is an iterator function which could help us in iterating in the row context. Okay, here average X sale price equal to, we have this average X function. The first parameter is table. Okay, the table name is sample table. I'll put a comma in the expression part. since I want the average of sale price, what I'll write is I'll just take the sample table sale price. I'll close the parenthesis, hit enter. Okay, I'll quickly go to home. Okay, I'll choose the text card. I'll insert this average x sale price. Okay, here you could see that value is same, similar to the average function. Okay, by this you could understand that average x function works similar to the average when only one single column is used. I'll give you one more criteria. Suppose that we'll go to the data view. Okay, I have selected the sample table. I'll make a new column. Okay, here in the new column, suppose that I want the average of sale price and listed price. As a basic understanding, what we get into our mind is it is listed price plus sale price divided by 2, right? Average price equal to, open the parenthesis, I'll write sample table sale price plus sample table listed price, close the parenthesis, divided by 2. This is the average price for the respective country or respective category. Okay, the average price which we got. Suppose that the same thing, now we don't want to create in the calculated column since it will occupy more space. I wanted to create it efficiently as a measure. Okay, I'll create this in my measure table. I'll click on new measure. Okay, I'll write average x average price. Okay, I'm giving the name of it. You can give any other name. I'll type average x function. In the average x function, I need to give the table name, which is sample table. I'll put a comma. In the expression, I could give the same expression which I wrote for the average price. Okay, here we remove this content because we are not putting into any variable. So here you could see that this expression, this second line expression which you could see, okay, this is same as the calculated column expression, because it will go to every row, it will take the sale price and listed price and divide it by 2. This is the only expression which I wrote in the second parameter. In the first parameter we have sample table. Okay, the function is average x. When I click over here, okay, it will not throw any error because it is correct expression. Now I'll take this country column. Okay, I have this country column. A little zoom it. Here you could see that this is my country column and I'm taking like average x average price. Okay, it has converted this into bar chart. I'll quickly make it into a table. Here you could see that values are matching. Okay, here even in the sample data the values are matching. Okay, for suppose China it is 36, here for China it is 36. So this is how we evaluate using row context. The average x function helps us to check each and every row and then add it and then make it into average. Okay, you may ask me how it is useful with like other than average. In average you may be able to use only single column. Here it will evaluate multiple expressions, or you could even use the measure in the place of expression in the second parameter. Okay, in the place of second parameter you could even use multiple expressions. In the first parameter you could change various expressions. Okay, I'll give you one small example with respect to average x. Okay, here what I'll do is I'll show you one country, which is I'll select India. Okay, I'll click OK. Here you could see that sale price is 20 and 19. Okay, there are two rows. Now suppose that I want to take the average of these two rows. What I could do is I could use the average x function and take out the average. Suppose that I'll quickly go to measure table, add a new measure. Here I'll type average x. Okay, I'll write sale price India. Here in the function I'll write average x. Okay, I'll open the parenthesis. In the table we have a function called filter function. I'll explain you later about this function, but currently for the utilization I'll show you. In the filter function, we'll give the sample table. Okay, I'll put a comma. In the filter expression, suppose that I want to give the expression of country, I'll give sample table country equal to India. Okay, I'll put a comma. In the second parameter now, once I close the parenthesis and put a comma, here you could see that my average x function table expression has been completed. Okay, I'll keep it in a new row and show you how to showcase it. You can press shift enter, go to the other line. In the third parameter, what you could do is, similarly, since we want sale price, I'll take the sample table sale price. Okay, I'll shift enter, close the parenthesis. Okay, and then click OK. This is a simple function which we wrote using row AverageX. Okay, what we are doing is we are evaluating sale price. Just we are filtering only for the country India. Okay, now I'll take a text card. I'll show you this AverageX sale price India. Here you could see it is 19.5. Okay, uh, I'll go to data. Here you could see that how we got 19.5 is 19 plus 20 divided by 2. This is how we got average sale price of country India. AverageX function also helps us in filtering out the data and then taking out the average of it. Okay, similar to the example I have shown you. Please practice. These are few examples with respect to AverageA and AverageX function. I hope you have understood. Thank you for